Okay, hi everybody. If you saw my last video, it got removed from YouTube, and that kind of got me thinking a whole lot about the situation in the US and everything that's happening, because it's not getting any better. It's getting worse. You had, in the last week, there was like 4 or 5 train derailments after the one in Ohio. Homeless is rampant in almost every single city in the United States. And you got Biden giving almost $200 billion to another country, and they don't even build a border wall. He's not doing anything to help the United States. The only thing he's doing is he's following through with NATO's goal, which is to try to conquer as much land and as much territory as possible. NATO wants to expand, and NATO wants to take over the world. So the same thing we pointed at other countries in the past for trying to do, NATO is trying to do. Like, they were all worried about Germany taking over the world. They were all worried about Japan taking over the world. They're all worried about China's one road, one belt, or one belt, one road initiative, or the China's plan to take over the world. They don't want any other country to take over the world except NATO and the U.S. And so anyways, after my video got banned and deleted from YouTube, it got deleted for talking about the election. That's the reason they deleted it. So I can't even talk about the election. We can't even talk about it. And you got to think of what kind of a country are we living in where we can't even discuss relevant topics that are important to our life. We don't have freedom of speech. So on that, what I also wanted to talk about is Rumble. Rumble is a new video platform, and I'm going to start posting a lot of my stuff on Rumble now because I cannot trust YouTube to be fair and free. And most of the people that have been deleted off YouTube already or been banned on YouTube are already set up on Rumble. So through the natural process, Rumble is going to become a more popular platform than YouTube. So I highly recommend that if you have not checked out Rumble, you should go to Rumble and check it out. It's spelled RUMBLE.com. It'll get a little while to get familiar with their interface and learn how to use it, but it's becoming more and more popular because YouTube is passing all kinds of rules. Just recently they passed rules that you can't cuss and swear on YouTube anymore. So that got a whole bunch of people deleted and banned and demonetized. And that's another thing. YouTube kind of holds you hostage in a way, so that you say any little thing that YouTube doesn't like and they take away your money. They demonetize you. And a lot of creators are getting to the point where they're just tired of the BS on YouTube. And so they're looking at other platforms, and Rumble is a really good platform to check out. So I highly recommend that you go check out Rumble because it is going to be the future, just based on the way they're running things on Rumble. And so I think because it is going to be the future, you should go check it out, because eventually YouTube is probably going to wind up being just like a education only, if that, because so many people are eventually going to get tired of of YouTube that they're going to go to Rumble. And I see it happening over and over again. Like, I think Joe Rogan got banned on YouTube. He's over in Rumble. Russell Brand is on Rumble. Redacted is on Rumble. All the big names that you know about, they're all already on Rumble. And the sooner you get into Rumble, the better you can build your platform. And Rumble, the best thing I like about Rumble, after checking out Rumble, is Rumble monetizes you from the first day. So YouTube, you have to have so many, you have to have like 1,000 subscribers just to get monetized, and you have to have 4,000 hours of view time and all this kind of stuff. Rumble just monetizes you straight. Now, you don't make any money unless you get views, but the fact is, as soon as you sign up and post a video, you can automatically get monetized, which is a huge step, because a lot of creators believe that and another thing, yeah, a lot of creators believe that YouTube is unfair and it's biased, and so they're not making as much money on YouTube because of that fact, because YouTube has an algorithm that will suppress your videos if you're Republican, for example, or conservative. Well, you don't have that bias on Rumble. Rumble's algorithms are a lot more free, and you don't have the rules like you do on YouTube. Like I see videos on YouTube that RT is on Rumble, and RT was banned on YouTube. So a lot of the really big name people that were on YouTube have already gone to Rumble, and they're staying there. They're not going to try and come back to YouTube. And I believe that if Trump is going to set up another video channel, he would set it up on Rumble. He's not going to set it up on YouTube, because YouTube is part of the corporate media tech giants that try to censor speech and all that kind of stuff. And the newer people of today are not into that stuff. So I think YouTube is really going to suffer because of their policies. Yeah, so I wanted to tell you to go check out Rumble, because I'm going to start posting. I'm going to post more of my fresh content first on Rumble, and then later maybe I'll add it to YouTube. But if you want to see the fresh stuff first, and if I happen to cuss and swear in one of the videos, it's not even going to get posted on YouTube. And so there's only certain videos I'm going to post on YouTube, because I have more freedom of speech on Rumble. Because YouTube is limiting themselves, they're not going to hurt me, because if I'm already monetized on Rumble. I'm not monetized on YouTube. So I have the potential to actually make money on Rumble. I don't have the potential to make money on YouTube. Not yet. Not until I get at least 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not even there yet. And they're already deleting my videos. And the channel that they deleted the video from, I only have like 250 subscribers. I'm nowhere near being ready to be monetized yet, and they're already deleting my videos. So yeah, I figured I'd better build a platform on something that's a little bit more reliable than to build my platform up on YouTube and then just get banned or demonetized or something like that. And I know a lot of the other creators are really sick of it, so I figure I'm just gonna put most of my focus on Rumble, and I'll use YouTube as just kind of an archive. But all the sensitive content, all the fresh content, all the stuff, if I happen to cuss or swear, if any of that kind of content, that's just going to be exclusively on Rumble. It's not going to be on YouTube. So if you want to see more content, fresher content, I would suggest go to Rumble, sign up, get used to the platform, because Rumble has a whole lot more over there than YouTube. You can talk about anything on Rumble, and they're not going to censor or ban your video. So that right there, to me, is worth the price of admission. Oh, you don't have to pay for Rumble. On Vimeo, I think you got to pay, and on a couple of other platforms you got to pay. But Rumble is free to upload your videos, and Rumble offers a couple of different tiers for your videos. If you say, okay, I want to be just exclusive Rumble, they're going to pay you a higher ad price than like the way I normally do my videos right now is I upload them on Rumble and I upload them on YouTube, which gives me a lower rate. But if you are committed to Rumble and you just go exclusive with Rumble, and if you allow Rumble to promote your videos, they'll give you the highest tier. And I believe that affects the algorithms as well. So you have a lot of options to work with on Rumble, and so it's worth checking it out. But anyways, about the situation we're in the U.S., it's really a complicated situation, and I recommend anybody who can leave, pack your bags and get out. Come to Saipan, go to Guam, go to anywhere except for the mainland U.S. because it's not going to be safe. Biden and NATO is trying to start a fight with a military force they can't beat. If you got China and Russia together as a coalition, and U.S. is trying to win back India, but India already signed an agreement with Russia a long time ago, agreeing to Russia's coalition. So maybe the U.S. can talk them out of that, but last time they had a U.S. rep over there talking to India, they were being all nicey with India, and India was playing along. But I really don't know where India's loyalties lie at this time. India has a huge military, and if they decide to side with Russia and India, the U.S. cannot beat a coalition between China, Russia, and India. It won't happen. It's impossible. And right now Biden's trying to push us into World War III. So if you have the ability to leave the United States, I would say now is the time. You don't want to wait until it's too late. You want to get out of there as soon as possible. I don't think they're going to start launching nukes. It would be insanity for them to launch nukes. Anybody to launch nukes. 5 nuclear weapons and everybody's dead. If any country in the world shoots off 5 nuclear weapons, it's going to create a nuclear winter, and we're all going to die. So yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for any country to launch nuclear weapons. If any of them are smart enough, they won't do that. But NATO is being so crazy lately. Biden wants to send depleted uranium ammo with the tanks that he's sending over there. That's nuclear already. So what's to stop Putin from using tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine? If Biden already sends the depleted nuclear weapons over there to begin with, he's already using nukes. So Putin would not be doing anything that Biden didn't do first, So they're just escalating this more and more and more, and they're pushing us into a nuclear war, and that's not a good idea, not for anybody. But anyways, I don't want to make such a long video today because I just basically want to tell you guys about Rumble, and I'll start making more content for Rumble, and in those videos I think I'll be able to relax and talk a little bit more freely about whatever it is that's on my mind, whereas I can't do that on YouTube. But yeah, it's a nice sunset today at CK. That's where I'm at, Saipan Island, in Chalankanoa Beach, and sipping on some Coronas. I got my Guam cooler though, all you Guam people. But yeah, it's becoming a really crazy world, and I don't know how long the people in the United States are going to tolerate the fact that Biden is just ignoring all the problems in the United States and giving all of the money to Ukraine. You realize right now that the United States government is broke, and the problem is that the Democrats keep acting like the government's got a blank check, a big blank check in the sky. They can just keep running the bill up, and then when the debt ceiling hits the top, we'll just raise the debt ceiling. So they don't have any repercussions for doing dumb things like giving Ukraine $200 billion while letting every city in the United States have thousands of homeless people on the streets. LA looks like a third world country already. There's no excuse for that. No excuse at all. And especially if you're going to give $200 billion to Ukraine, you better be taking care of our people first. And they're not. So, yeah, it's something I think a lot of Americans should consider is what is your country doing for you? Because they're risking your life right now getting us into World War III. So what are you getting out of it? You know? You're not getting anything out of it. They're destroying the quality of life for all Americans in the United States. The economy's crashing. Can't even buy eggs. What is Biden actually doing for you? Nothing. Biden is a criminal in so many ways. Like I said, I can't even talk about the election. But you can research it. Go to Rumble and research it, because all the information is on Rumble. And then you can find out the truth. And so you got that part of it. And then after that, Biden had all kinds of classified documents, was being sloppy Joe with it all over the place. He could be thrown in jail for that. They're just blowing it off. And then he had the extortion deal with Ukraine for Hunter Biden. He could go to jail for that because they were accusing Trump of doing that, and then Biden turned around and actually did it. And how much fuss did they make over Trump? And none of that stuff was even true. So they lied about it all, and they just blowed it off like, oh, that's okay. It doesn't matter. It does matter. They need to start holding these politicians to the same standards that they hold civilians. They're in federal office. If they're lying, that should be the same offense as if someone lies to a federal agent. Same offense. They need to go to jail. We need to start getting these politicians accountable for the truth. If they don't tell the truth, they need to go to prison, just like everybody else. Okay, so Biden mishandled classified documents and lied about his extortion deal with Ukraine and Hunter Biden's laptop. Okay, so that's another reason he could go to jail. Biden was involved in ordering the destruction of the pipeline. There's evidence of that all over the web. All you got to do is search it out. I may leave the links in the bottom, but if I start leaving links to all this stuff on YouTube, it's going to get deleted. So I'll probably leave the links in the description in Rumble, but I don't know if I can do it on YouTube. But anyways, you can search it out yourself. Research out what happened with the pipeline with Biden, but he's directly responsible. And so he could go to jail for that. That's a war crime. Then Ukraine's using chemical weapons, and the United States funds all the bio and chemical laboratories in Ukraine. So they're directly responsible for that as well. They're funding the labs that create the chemical weapons, and then the Ukrainians are using chemical weapons against the Russians. That's a war crime. Biden can go to jail for that. And then Biden's talking about sending depleted uranium ammo with the tanks to Ukraine. That's another thing he could go to jail for. So, okay, we got enough to throw Biden in jail. There's probably a lot more, but that's enough. We need to take Biden, throw him in jail, and then appoint Trump, reinstate Trump as president, because there is nobody in the United States government right now who's rational enough to make the decisions that we're facing right now as a country. So we need to protect the safety and security of American citizens first. That's the government's job, okay? And they're not doing their job. And Biden's not capable of doing the job. And everybody around him that's treating Biden like a puppet, they're not capable of making the decisions. No one in the United States government is responsible or capable of making the decisions rational enough to address the problems that we're facing right now. So we need to do something about it. Somebody needs to do something about it. Otherwise, we're going to wind up in World War III. Is that what we want? I don't think that's what we want. And so we have to hold these government officials accountable to the people of the United States. They are literally threatening the lives of everybody in the United States. And you're going to let them do it? I don't know. Somebody needs to start thinking. But if you're a U.S. citizen, you can come here to Saipan and get away from all that nonsense in the U.S. But I don't know if it's going to make you safe enough to survive a nuclear holocaust. But it would be a good start. The more people who come here, the better the economy of Saipan is going to be. And this place could wind up being better than Hawaii. So I think it would be a good plan if somebody decided they wanted to move here to Saipan. As far as my channel plans, yesterday I did the Navy base on my other channel, and I got a how-to channel I'm working on, but it's been kind of hard for me to work on those videos. But especially when I'm thinking about changing platforms to Rumble, I have to upload everything twice if I'm going to maintain both channels, but or both platforms. But I got 3 main channels I'm working on 2 different platforms, so that's a lot of videos and a lot of editing and a lot of uploading and a lot of planning. But it's nice and cool here right now. It's winter time, so when there's snow every place else in the world, it kind of cools everything down here. So while it's cool, I plan to do a lot of hiking videos while it's cool, and then when it warms up and the water warms up, then I'll do some more diving videos. But I like to do the diving in the summertime and in the wintertime because the water is kind of rough because the waves and the wind and stuff. You get underneath there, you get rip currents and stuff like that. I don't want to get involved in a lot of that. It's safer to do it in the summertime when everything's mellow. Which is why I haven't been doing a lot of underwater videos right now. Because I like to play it safe, and I don't like to get in the water too much in the wintertime because there's too many riptides and stuff. But towards the summer when the water's warm, because once you get in deep water it gets really cold, and I don't have a wetsuit, so I got to go to deep water to be able to see anything interesting. So, but when I'm hiking, if it's cool like this and there's a nice breeze blowing, it's a lot better, a lot easier to do the hiking videos now than if I wait until it's hot. I don't want to do any hiking videos in the summertime. It's going to be too hot. But yeah, so you guys go check out Rumble, and you might want to check out Truth Social. That's Trump's network. That's like Facebook, and that's going to have a lot less censorship as well. So if you go to Truth Social and you go to Rumble, you're going to have a lot more freedom to express yourself the way you want. You're not going to get banned and blocked like you do on Facebook and YouTube. And it's going to remove the power of these large tech companies to be able to censor and control people's freedom of speech. And I think that's important. So go check those things out. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.